Coach, just anything on Marcus Smart and Tatum, just the latest on them.
Yeah, so Tatum had a shin contusion that evidently he had before the game, and I didn't know about it, but he just said it felt a little off when he jumped. So, hopefully it's nothing major, but he'll get checked out tonight and tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Marcus Smart has an oblique bruise, which means he got hit right there, and so I guess that's better than I don't know whether it would be called a strain or whatever, but we'll see what that looks like tomorrow. He was a little sore, but was walking around, which was good, in the locker room. So obviously glad we got out of there without anything else after that.
Just from the injury standpoint there, I know like Al and Aaron didn't play down the stretch. Or was that just kind of trying to protect them and protect your guys' bodies?
Yeah, I think so. And I would have taken Kyrie out a little bit earlier, but I felt like that was sometimes you can build a little bit of something there when you come back from down 14 and it's 10 minutes left and you come back and tie it and have a chance to take the lead on a couple of occasions, and just didn't quite get over the hump. But it was I thought a great comeback by those guys. I thought Orlando played terrific, played the way they've been playing all along. But yeah, with Baines and Al, it was as much about knowing how important those guys are going to be in the next series, plus the idea that Tice was playing great, and I like to let those guys ride when they're playing like that and help us in that comeback.
Coach, you now know that you have a home court next weekend, and you know who your opponent is. Can you? I know you've got another game until you guys get to that point, but can you just speak to the matchup that you guys will have with the Pacers?
Yeah, it's really hard, but everything in the playoffs is really hard, always has been, and my hope is that we can obviously coming out of the night be fully healthy and go to work and be ready for them. But we've got one more game, and we're looking forward to the challenge in Washington on Tuesday.
Brett, you said you didn't know about Tatum's shin contusion. Was that something like, did the medical staff not know either and he didn't tell anyone, or was it just not relayed? Or
I don't know. I'll have to follow. It was never told to me as it was something that would keep him from playing. He did the whole shoot around this morning. He got warmed up. He did his whole workout. He felt great. I don't know, for whatever reason, when he jumped in the first quarter, he felt it. I don't know what it was.
And then Smart, he suffered the injury, came back for the timeout, went back in after that. Did you guys talk
He said
to
he
him
was,
about that?
Art went over and talked to him, and Smart said he was fine, said he was good to go back. Ran up the court once, ran back down the court, and obviously he felt like it was spasming on that second trip down the court. So, but obviously, Art talked to him, and Smart said he was fine.
Hey, Brad. The injuries considered and everything else, how do you approach this last game with your guys?
Well, I think the point of tonight was to try to, because we probably won't play for till Saturday, maybe Sunday, was to get a true kind of game for some of our starters and our top 7 or 8 guys. But those guys will play a lot less on Tuesday, if at all.
Coach, just on Jaylen Brown coming back tonight, how do you think he looked? And especially, he seemed to be really active during that comeback there in the fourth quarter on both sides with the threes and the defense.
Another reason why I thought it was important to let those guys kind of ride that out. I thought he made great plays. And when you've missed a week or 10 days or whatever he's missed, I think seeing a couple of those threes go in was a really good thing. I thought Kyrie did a really good job finding him on one, maybe both. But I thought, it was encouraging what Jaylen did. We need him to be a great defender for us as we enter the playoffs, and everything else will take care of itself.
You guys, it's looked like for a while you guys are going to face the Pacers in the first round here. Mm-hmm. In past years, you've gone into the final night of the regular season just not knowing who you're going to have. How much, just from strictly a preparation standpoint, is it been like you guys have been able to hone in a little bit more on them now?
Well, both teams have been able to do that. So, I mean, it's not like there's an advantage, right? I mean, I think ultimately, we both, us and the Pacers, have pretty much known that we were going to be the matchup. Didn't know where the games would start. Not sure that's a big deal. I think the biggest deal is how you play when the ball is tipped. It's going to be an extremely tough series. It's going to be an extremely physical series. I did not think they played their best without Collison the other night. And we expect, a lot of games like that game 2 weeks ago here, 10 days ago here.
Brad, you have played small generally for most of the season, but lately have been playing big, and that's going to be a big factor in that series. How comfortable do you think you are with the way that the offense has been flowing with those bigger lineups?
Yeah, I mean, I think I feel comfortable that we're malleable in that regard offensively. I'm more worried about us becoming great defensively and letting everything else take care of itself.
Brad, team has struggled a lot closing out defensive possessions with rebounds.
Yeah.
What's going on there with giving up so many offensive rebounds?
Well, we were scrambling a little bit there late, and we blitzed a little bit. But prior to that, I thought that we just didn't hit the guy crashing the glass soon enough, if at all. So it's often a block-out error. It's often a did you block him out early enough error if you're small. And, that's especially important as you get into the Pacers games, right? Because you're, those guys crash glass as well as anybody and make it really difficult for you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Thank you, Paul.